Good
Mute
morning.
everybody out. You guys are welcome to unmute with questions or ask in the chat, okay? All right, so I'm so excited. I love that we have the new consistency of the working Zooms every morning, Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m. Eastern, and then Monday through Thursday, 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern. And I did have a few people reach out yesterday, so I just want to say it on here. Yes, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, Lavelle hosts Lavelle Live during that time spot at that 9 p.m., and we know that. So if you have people joining you to listen in on the Lavelle Live, or like this Thursday, I'm hosting it with a few of our team members, then I would definitely say get on the Lavelle Live and then afterwards hop on the working Zoom, right? These working Zooms are not like, it's not in stone. It's there available to you so that you're working your business, okay? And that's what we're here to really help you guys do, okay? So the whole value of this is to show you the format that a lot of us use, and there's a lot of different ways that we're doing working Zooms, and everyone kind of has a different agenda, but it's basically just for you to take action for this hour. So it's going to be set up into time spots, time blocks. If you haven't been on one with us before, my name's Blair Critch. I'm one of your 200K leaders here in South Florida. And today we're going to be focused on using Facebook, but you can use this exact same format if you're using Instagram as a social media platform that you're wanting to grow right now. Or if you're trying to reach some new people on LinkedIn even, this would work over there as well, all right? Or even YouTube. I've had some people who've gotten people off YouTube. So for me, Facebook is where I get my majority of people. And right now with everything that's going on, obviously, we're not out and about meeting new people. So the best place to do this is finding some kind of social media platform that you're comfortable with, all right? So we're going to get started first. I always first thing in the morning, one of the biggest things for me is birthday messages. So we're going to get started first with birthday messages. I will actually put in the chat feature, I will copy and paste some like the messages that I have been using for this last week. I change it up quite often. I like to, when I first go to the, sorry guys, I literally just took that sculpt, now it's sitting there. When I go to those birthday messages, I always look through the people first, okay? I look through. If I know some of those people, then I make sure that I immediately post on their wall and tag them and then send them a message, okay? If it's somebody I know and they're already thriving with me, or maybe they're on my team, or maybe they're already a thriver, it's just a quick little message, happy birthday, right? But if it's somebody who I remember how I know them, but they're not thriving yet, then I'm sending them a personal message. I'll share that message with you guys here in just a second, but it's a personal message with a question at the end so that then they respond back to me. We start a conversation because my goal is to give them a sample for their birthday, whether it's a sample of the vitamin supplements or a sample of the CBD skincare. Okay, then my goal, once they tell me which one they want, and I ask them the magic wand question that I love, then my next spot is, well, if you want to lose 25 pounds, a 3-day sample is not going to really do that for you. I'd love to just give you the money that I would have spent sending you the sample towards your first month. Are you open to that, right? So that's kind of how that goes. I'm going to share with you guys all those messages here in the chat feature in just a second. If you get to somebody's name on there that you're like, hey, you know what, they're not a thriver, I've tried before, or he's not really my ideal client, or she's not really my ideal client, it's okay to unfriend people, especially if you are at maxed out. Like I'm always at maxed out on Facebook with my friends, so unfriend them. Birthdays are always how I figure out who I should unfriend. And don't worry about hurting people's feelings, guys, okay? This is your business. You're using social media for your business, okay? And then the last thing is, what if you get to somebody's name and you're like, I have no idea how I know that person, Suzanne Moore. I don't know how I know her. Well, then you want to click on her, you want to look at her profile, and then click message and see if you've ever messaged with that person before. If you have, go back and figure out how you know them. Again, engage with them in the message with a question at the end. If you still don't see any message between the two of you ever before, if they fit your ideal client, then send them the message. If they don't, and you don't feel like this person is the right fit for you, unfriend, okay? All right, guys, I'm gonna put my message for you guys right here in the chat, and then we're gonna set the timer and begin for 10 minutes. I will tell you guys this, sometimes I have way more than 10 minutes, so you just set yourself a note to go back to it. And sometimes I don't even, 10 minutes is up fast because it's too much, right? You guys are welcome to copy and paste what I just put in the chat and use it for future. We're gonna make a unit inside the team page about all these different messages that we use during working Zooms. So we'll be there, I'm gonna try to get that done tonight. Hey guys, another quick hint is like I just got to a girl, wasn't sure how I knew her, clicked a message, realized that she had asked me a question about a book I was reading about marriage. So I just went to her profile before I sent her a message and I realized she's already with a health and wellness company. So I'm still gonna send her a message and try to connect with her, but I'm not gonna offer her a sample of the Thrive experience. Okay. So be cautious of things like that. It's so offensive to me personally, and you guys might disagree, but I cannot stand it when somebody reaches out to me about a vitamin supplement or a shake or something like that. I'm like, did you not even look at my Facebook to see that I'm a thriver? Like I already use that stuff. So just make sure that you're, showing them that you care enough to look and connect. So if she does come back to me and wants a sample, I would be offering her a sample of our CBD skincare line. I would not be talking to her about our vitamin supplements. Saw you yawn, Tony. I saw it. Taking your Thrive. I saw you yawn.
You did? I did. I was on Peloton at 5 a.m.
Good job, girl. I'm getting on right after this.
Oh my gosh.
Job.
It was, Jenna and Sarah Cole and Tabitha.
Oh, they were all at the same time?
Yes,
Oh,
it's my first time. They're nuts.
that's so cool.
Oh,
Oh, wow. It's 5 o'clock where you are. I can't tell who that is because it's so dark where you are. And I know your name couldn't be Mark because you look like a girl. I can't see your face though. It's a message in the chat who you are because I can't see. Oh, hi, Melissa. That's funny. Another quick hint, guys, about birthday messages. I actually have a Trello board. You guys can use whatever you want, whether it's a 3-ring binder, an Excel spreadsheet, whatever you use to, keep notes about people. But I will write, like, if I'm not really familiar, like I just got to this guy, Casey, and we're not really good friends, but I met him through another friend and he didn't respond to me last time I sent him a message. So I'm putting it in my Trello board underneath birthday messages. I check there weekly. And if the person never responds back to me, I'm unfriending them. Like, it's just making room for new people. Morning, Becky. It's a good color on you. Okay, guys, we're down to a minute and a half. Like a race against time. Okay, guys. So we are done with birthday messages. If you didn't finish, just write yourself a little note. I always have a sticky note on my my desk every day, and I just like write myself quick little notes if I need to. So I have 2 more people left. I'll have to go back and get to those later. The next thing we're going to talk about is stories. So on Facebook, it's up at the top. I personally, while I'm doing this, I've been using my computer like when I just did the Facebook birthdays, but for stories, I just find it to be so much easier to use my phone. So I'm going to be using my phone. You can use the computer, whatever way is better for you. But I'm going to do it from my phone, and I'm just going to go through the stories. And what I'm looking for are non-thrivers, people not on my team. Remember, as soon as you comment on somebody's story, you go straight into their DMs, straight into their messenger. So it connects you with them immediately, okay? We all know that, great feeling, right? That dopamine rush when somebody answers your poll, when somebody makes a comment on something that you do. So that's what we're trying to do for them. We're trying to build a community through social media. And Facebook and Instagram are looking to see if you are trying to be part of the community or if you're just taking. So this is a great time for us to be part of that community by commenting on people's stories. So go through, we have 8 minutes to go through stories. If you get completely done with all the stories that you have up there, go back and comment on your team's stories. If you still get all the way through, then you could think about creating your own story right now, okay? But for right now, we're going to comment on other people's stories. I'll give you guys one other really great hint about that is I love the 3-3-3 method with that. So what I mean by that is I try to make sure I have a minimum of 3 people for 3 days straight that I'm going to their stories each day and I'm commenting on their stories. Okay. Some people even do it 3 times a day for that person, but I just find a lot of people aren't on their stories that often. They'll drop them in the morning or drop them in the evening. So go comment. But when you comment, guys, try to ask a question or try to engage somehow that's going to get them to come back to you and engage back with you. All right. If I can find a good example, I'll pop on again and share my example. But the timer is set for 8 minutes, story time. Jordan, I think you just hopped on. So we're just going through stories right now and commenting, especially on non-thrivers and trying to connect with them.
Good morning, everyone.
Okay, I have a quick example for you guys. I just saw somebody do a story who a girl I've been trying to talk to, and she sells Color Street, and she put up an article, a Tuesday tip about the CDC saying it's not good to cut your cuticles, whether at a nail salon or yourself. So I just met on her thing. She didn't ask a question. So on her story, I just messaged her and said, "This is so interesting. I would have never known that. How do you keep your cuticles pushed back? What do you use for that?" So I'll wait and see her response. So at least I'm asking her a question to engage in a conversation. But I also want to give one more point, which is, guys, make sure that when you do your own stories that you're at least doing, I call it the 1-2-2-3 method. I'm going to teach it really quick while you guys are working. Sorry to do this right now because I know you guys are trying to work at the same time. But the 1-2-2-3 method is, one, you put up what you're talking about on stories. So like, if I was talking about Thrive, I'd be like, I am going to share with you guys my simple morning routine that changed for me 6 years ago and now helps me to be a better mom, better wife, and have more energy. Okay. The 2-2 is me like talking. So the 1 might be a picture of the 3 steps, right? The 2-2 is me hopping on for a quick 10-second talk on both. It's like, oh my gosh, I used to be like this. Now I'm like this. I can't believe it. 3 little products changed me. I'm going to show you those 3 products. Then I hop on again, show them the 3 products. Then the 3 stands for a call to action. The call to action is, would you like to have more energy and sleep better at night? And then I put up a poll, right? Or maybe I put up some kind of question on there, or I put up, send me back one thing that you'd love to see changed about yourself with a magic wand. Like just something that's a call to action that makes them do something, because most of the stories that I'm seeing this morning from people is just them like basically talking, and there's really no reason why I would message them, right? I'm doing it because I'm trying to reach out to people, but there's no like call to action on their stories. Okay, guys, we have 20 seconds. Okay, guys, so next we're going to take 8 minutes and we're going to go to the news feed, and we are going to comment on our potential customers, our top 10 for the week, people that maybe you're sampling, new customers, potential promoters. We're basically trying to build a community with them by commenting and asking questions on their posts. Okay, so first off, for me, I've already written myself a note that the very first people I'll be reaching out to this morning or commenting on their Facebook post are the people who I invited to that Wi-Fi Wealth last night. So if you guys invited anybody to the new Wi-Fi Wealth Live group, remember we changed the name from Thriving to Freedom to Wi-Fi Wealth Live. They had a great video in there last night. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to make sure I'm commenting on those people that were in there. I had like 3 people who said they were going to watch it. Yes, I already sent them a message this morning asking them if they did, but I'm going to go comment on whatever post they put up today or yesterday. Why? So that they see my name, so that they see me engaging. Also, it means their community, their people who are following them are seeing me engaging. And they're like, who's that girl Blair, right? because it's not always about who you know, it's about who other people know. That's networking. Okay. So make sure you're doing that. Also making sure that if you had people inside of that group that you wanted to watch that video last night, go comment on their stuff this morning. Hopefully you always have a list of people that are sampling with you. Those are people that are really important to go comment on their posts right now, getting engaged so that their group, again, their network sees your name. So when they do a post and tag you, or when they talk about the Thrive experience and tag you, people will be like, oh yeah, I've seen that her friend Blair, on her posts before. So we're going to go engage in other people's. Remember, if you can ask a question, you always want to ask a question. Why? Because then they will have to answer the question, and then Facebook looks at it as a community, a communication between friends, and then it will help your algorithm. It will also help them to see you and see what you do more, okay? So we're going to set the timer right now and do this for the next 8 minutes. If you guys have any questions, please ask in the chat. Sorry, one more thing. However you keep yourself organized, I'm a big organizer, you guys. I'll always talk about this on every single working Zoom, but you've got to make sure you have those lists of people, right? And so today's the 22nd. We're getting close to the 25th auto ship. I also like to make sure that I look at who my 25th auto ship people are, and I go comment on their posts, because I don't want to only reach out to them when it's time for an auto ship and be like, hey, just checking in. Like, that's kind of annoying. Like, I don't want to be that annoying Thrive person or their annoying salesperson, right? I want to be friends with them. I want to build a connection with them, because then if they're ever interested in sharing the product with others, they're going to be more likely to do that because I'm their friend. Or if they're interested in the business, they're going to be more likely to jump in because they feel a connection with me. The timer scared me. Sorry, guys. I was so into commenting. Okay, awesome. So we just did our comments on Facebook on the newsfeed, right? So now this is a great time for us to go and post for the day. All right. So if you have not done your post for Facebook or Instagram today, that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to set the timer for 8 minutes. Okay. Remember to be authentic. And I'm going to give you guys a couple ideas and also share with you something that we have on the team page. But before I do that, I just want to remind you, if you've already done your post for today, then you could go and you could work on your stories. Put up a story. Remember that 1, 2, 2, 3 method I just said? 1, tell them what you're going to be talking about today. 2, try to go on there and do a quick 2, 10-second talking to them. 3, call to action. Okay. So for posts today, I hope you guys have seen on our team page, we have a unit, and inside of our social media unit, I put up a calendar of ideas and then even broke down the ideas. So today is a Wednesday, and for I think we're on the 3rd Wednesday of the month, it says share a fan page story. But you guys can do any of these different things. So I'm going to give you guys some different ideas. You could do a fill in the blank. This gets tons of engagement. So if you guys have not done this one yet, I highly recommend it. Just write on your post literally this. If I had more energy, I would, and then make a blank. So you're not going to fill in the blank. Okay. You write, if I had more energy, I would, and then you put the blank line. Okay. And then you put in parentheses, fill it in. Okay. So you're having people fill it in, and think about that. If people are filling it in, if I had more energy, I would play with my kids more. I would do this. I would build this. I would do this. Okay. That is so awesome, because then what ends up happening is, that's weird. Somebody just signed me out. That's my own Zoom. Hold on, guys. Okay, sorry about that. So what that does is it gets engagement, and it gets you people that you can then send private messages to. Okay, another great idea for Wednesdays is doing a fun giveaway for a prize and calling it Win It Wednesday. For example, what's your favorite workout music? Drop a song or playlist or podcast below to get entered to win, and it could be a sample of an immune boost kit. Okay, well, you could put 1 blast, 1 activate, and 1 boost in a little baggie and give it to somebody as a sample. Right? You could give away a bottle of Sculpt if you had extra Sculpt. You could give away, just a 6-day supply of recharge. So you could give away all kinds of things, but people love giveaways. So it's a great one. Win It Wednesday. Why Not Wednesday? You could share a fan page story, or Wellness Wednesday. You could share a health and wellness tip. You can get really great articles off the Lavelle blog, which you can find by going to the Lavelle website and then clicking LV Life. And you could get a great article from the blog or from the customer group that you're in. Always has great information. We were doing the healthy tips for this summer inside of our customer groups. You could go take one of the graphics from that and post it for Wellness Wednesday. So I'm going to shut up now, but that's what we're going to do right now, is we're going to go do our post for the day. Okay. Be intentional. Think about the people that you're trying to market to. Hey, Beth, before I type that, hey guys, I would love for you today, put on your notes, to go into the social media unit and print this calendar off. It's 2 pages. You get the calendar and you get all the notes. You would have, if you already had that printed off, you'd have it right in front of you. If I had more energy, I would blank, right? So you'll get all those great ideas. If you have it printed off and you keep it on your desk all the time, you'll never go without an idea. just a little under 3 minutes. If you're already done with your post, go comment on your post from yesterday. If anybody commented on it, you want to comment back with questions, things like that. If you also use Instagram, and this is a good time for your Instagram, hopefully you know when the best times are to post. You could take the same post, copy and paste, and put it there if you wanted to. All right, guys, that was our timer. So let's see, we have 12 minutes left. I never can get this all done. Sorry, guys. Okay, so now we're gonna take the last 12 minutes, which really, in my opinion, should be 20 minutes. So if you can continue on after 9 o'clock to finish this next part, I would highly recommend it. We're gonna go into 2 different groups and you're gonna do 10 minutes in each group, okay? Today is Wednesday, so I would use that same method that I just shared with you guys. Use one of these. Use either Why Not Wednesday or Wellness Wednesday or something like that, okay? So go into the 2 groups. If you've not found 2 groups yet on Facebook that connect with you, that you feel like fit with your ideal client, like you know the people that you want to serve with the Thrive experience, whether they're customers or promoters, did you find so far 2 groups where you feel like those people are hanging out, right? Because if we were not coronavirus right now, you might be going to different networking meetings or going to different events with your children or going to different events for work or in your community, looking for those people that you can build a relationship with to see if they're interested in being a customer or a promoter. We don't have that option right now because most of us are not out and about. So instead, we can do the exact same thing through these Facebook groups. You can actually do it inside of LinkedIn as well if that's something you're comfortable with. So find those 2 groups, get in there. Sometimes it takes a few weeks to see if it's right for you and for the people that you're trying to reach. But go in there, drop an article or a recipe or a funny meme, okay? So for example, one of my groups is the Florida Peloton group. Yesterday, I dropped a question in there because when I was on Kelly's working Zoom, she mentioned that she put in one of her groups a question about meals and how she was getting sick of the meals. They weren't really eating out. What kind of shipping meals where you make them yourself at home do people like? And she said she got hundreds of posts. So I posted something similar to that on my group yesterday. I'm going back now to see what people answered, and I'm going to engage in that post. If you haven't put up your own post in a group lately, then do that now. Okay. Maybe if it's a group about, young moms, moms of young kids, maybe you're going to ask a question in there about what are they struggling with the most right now of not being able to go to play dates, right? Or what do you do to keep up your energy with your kids all day? Or maybe you're going to drop an article in there that would be valuable to them, or put up a funny meme, right? Whatever it is today that you're going to do inside that group, go ahead and do that and engage in there for 10 minutes. When the 10 minutes is up, then go to the second group, do something similar in there, engage for 10 minutes. If you spend 10 minutes in both of these groups every day, that's 20 minutes a day, you will start to build amazing connections with people, okay? And you'll start to be able to really have that strong connection. So I'm also going to give you guys a second challenge, which is when you're inside of these groups today, I want you to find 2 people that you like the things that they comment, or you like the things that they post, or you feel like you're connecting with them. And I want you to send them a private message with a friend request. And I want you to just be authentic and real. So like, for instance, yesterday in the Florida Peloton group, this one girl was really funny on something. And I sent her a private message and said, Melissa, you are hilarious. I love your comment on XYZ inside of this group. I always say what group we're in together. I immediately knew that we had to be friends. Where are you in South Florida? I'm in Fort Lauderdale, right? So I sent that message to her. I asked her to accept my friend request, and hopefully, she will in the next 24 hours. So let's all try to find at least 2 people to friend request and send a message to in each of these 2 groups, okay? And I'm going to set the timer. We have 8 minutes. So we'll do what we can for 8 minutes. I have a couple reminders at the end, and then you can keep working on the groups if you want to after.
Hey, Blair, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Okay, what do you do with the comments? So I just posted, um, if you had more energy, what would you do?
Mhm.
And some people commented, they're strangers. Do you,
So give me one of the comments.
um, a second. I will get more done. I'll be more productive, something like that.
Yeah. So I would comment on your newsfeed. I would, like, right there underneath it, I would comment and say, yes, we can all be more productive, and energy definitely helps with that. And then leave that. But then I would send them a private message and be like, hey, I saw what you said about wanting to be more productive. Would you be open to me sharing with you how I get more things done every single day?
Okay.
And then they'll
Okay,
probably say yes.
perfect.
And then you'll be like, oh, well, it's actually with an easy 3-step vitamin supplement system.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, that was the timer, guys. So I would suggest going to your second group now. We're going to get off this Zoom, but oh, thanks, Megan. You're welcome. So I just want to give you guys really quick a reminder. Don't forget, we still have the July promo going on inside of our team page where I'm going to be giving $1,000 towards somebody's mortgage or rent. If they win, they get that $1,000. So anybody is accessible to that, guys. And remember, you earn a point or a new entry every time you get a new customer order this month, every time you get a new promoter order this month, anytime you place an order this month, you get another entry. And then if you posted it on your social media, in your stories and tagged me, you get an extra 5 points for that. So make sure you guys are adding to that and add to that underneath what you've already done. So if you go to the promo, which is at the announcements, and like, for example, Beth Bolus already has a comment there, she would comment underneath her own comment and change the point status. Oh, just got a new customer today. Now I'm at 7 entries. Okay. So it makes it easy at the end of the month for me to see how many entries everybody has. And guys, listen, August is 6 years for Beth Graves and myself that we have been in this business. I started on the Thrive Experience at the end of July 2014, jumped into the business at the end of the first week in August of 2014. So next month, I'm going to be doing a Louis Vuitton giveaway for a Never Full bag for if we have really good success with this month's promo. So it seems like people are really engaging with it, and that's all I wanted. So we'll make sure we do a really fun promo next month as well. It's a great way to share with prospects of how anybody can join our team and earn $1,000 towards their mortgage this month. You don't have to be somebody who has, already a team of, 40K or 80K to win it. It's really for anybody. And then last but not least, I want to remind you that tonight is Lavelle's corporate Zoom, and we will be doing some kind of notes form. We tried to do that live last time. It was kind of hard. So what I'm thinking we'll do tonight is join on the team page while you're watching the Zoom, and we'll kind of like chat, on there. Well, I'll post comments and I'll do a giveaway. Okay. So excited to see you guys on that tonight. And then right after is the working Zoom this evening if you want to join. Right, Louis Vuitton, right? So fun. Is that what you were saying, Tony? Is that your magic word? So Tony was like, okay.
I have issues with bags.
I have 2 of them, and I have to say, like, they last forever. Right?
Yeah.
I got one from Elise one summer, and I had a really huge month, and it was a gift she gave me, and it was like the nicest gift I think somebody's ever given me outside of the amazing gifts my husband always gives me. But it was a super sweet gift. So it's so fun to think that we'll be able to give one person on our team that gift. So, all right, guys, have a great day. Make it a great day for others. And I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay. Thank you.